Hey, good morning. I thought I'd share a quick thought from the scripture this morning in 2nd Chronicles 24. Joash was king at 7 years old. There were some circumstances around that where his grandmother had killed all of his other brothers and sisters, and she was pretending to be king. And anyway, Jehoiada the priest saves him from her and helps him, raises him and all that. And it says throughout the chapter, as long as Jehoiada the priest was alive, then people did good and the king did good. And as soon as he died, they stopped listening to God, and they did their own thing. And to the point where God started sending prophets and saying, hey guys, you're not obeying the voice of the Lord and you're not prospering. Why are you turning away from God so that you don't prosper? And instead of saying, oh yeah, we want good and not bad, the people got real upset. And they sent God sent the son of Jehoiada, Zechariah, to the people and said, hey, you guys have forsaken God, and so he's forsaken you. And instead of waking up, they stoned him. They killed Zechariah, which is the son of Jehoiada, the priest that had done so much good for Judah and Jerusalem and King Joash. And just to give you an idea, when Jehoiada the priest died, it says is full of years, 130 years old. When he died, they buried him with the kings to honor him. But his son came and told him, you guys have forsaken God and he's forsaken you. And instead of repenting, they stoned him. And so you find this situation where they're judged, and there's an army of Arameans, this tiny little army, not a good army. It says, the army of the Arameans came with a small number of men, yet the Lord delivered a very great army into their hands, because they had forsaken the Lord their God, the God of their fathers, and thus they executed judgment on Joash the king. And then when the army of the Arameans left the land, they plundered and they killed a lot of the leaders. When they left, his own servants, Joash's own servants, conspired against him because of the blood of the son of Jehoiada the priest, and they murdered him on his bed. And he died, and they buried him in the city of David, but they didn't bury him in the tombs of the kings, because the people recognized, Joash, you kind of played like a slut. You did not honor the ones that did so much good to you. And so it's just, there's this twofold thing. One, remember the kindness that God has shown me through people and that he's just given me. And secondly, it doesn't matter whether the army is big or small. We've seen in so many other places in scripture, God can deliver a great army into the hands of a very few people, and or just whatever he wants. And so when my problems seem oh, this is really big, it's probably because I'm looking at my problems more than I'm looking at God, and he's not worried about how big the army is or how small my strength is. He's concerned about my holiness and my heart towards him. So let's, press in, be full of courage, and enjoy life on a day-to-day basis with God that loves us. All right.